Hi, welcome to the 13th floor. I'm Marty Duda. Today we have with us Steph Casey. How are you doing?
Oh, good, thank you.
Have you just driven up from, or
We
flown up?
flew
Or
up last night.
from Wellington area?
Yeah.
Kapiti Coast, right?
Kapiti Coast, yeah.
Yeah. And you have with you who?
This is Alan Galloway.
Hello, Alan.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, glad you could make it. You're going to be playing together here today. And
Yeah.
yeah. So the reason that you guys have come up is because you have a new album out.
That's right.
Or coming out.
Coming out.
It's going to be out on the 26th. It's called The Seats in My Car.
Yep.
It's your second album?
Yes.
The first one in 6 years, though, right?
Yep, that's right.
What took you so long?
I had a couple of dozen songs, but I didn't have enough that I felt cut the mustard until the last year or so. Had enough, and I thought that's good. They're all ones I'm proud of. I don't want to put any fillers on the album.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and the album is what? It's 7 tracks.
7, yeah.
So you really got to cut it down to what you think is the good stuff, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
And so what's been happening with you in the 6 years? Have you been doing music constantly, or you do other stuff, or?
Yeah, I do. In the last, this year, I sort of took the year off just to do music, concentrate on the album, and I've been doing lots of gigs in local cafes.
Right.
And that's been great. So 3-hour shows on the weekends. And yeah, I have a graphic design business as well, so I do that as well. And this year I've been just doing contracting, so I have a bit more time, a bit more flexibility.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Got to pay the bills.
Yeah.
And so the album was recorded in Wellington at the Surgery.
Yes.
And and there was some discussion about where that record was going to be recorded, right?
Yeah, I had an offer to go over to the States and make it over there. And I was really excited about that, but realised that I'd worked with Lee Purple before on the first album,
right,
and had a great experience. And also the musicians I wanted to work with were here.
Right.
And I thought it was a bit of a risk to go over there and not know the musicians, not know their sound. So I decided I'd make it here. Yeah.
And the reason that you had the opportunity over there, was it your producer wanted to make it over there?
There was a producer who heard my first album and contacted me. Yeah, Jason Rubel.
So did he end up producing this record anyway? But here?
No. So we both produced it. Yeah, Alan and I. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Who needs those overseas guys, right? So tell me a bit about, in addition to Alan, you've got some other folks on the record.
Yes, I'm really lucky. So the band Let's Planet, which is one of my favourite bands, came on board, which was really awesome. So Alan's in Let's Planet, and I've been playing with Alan for about 5 years. Right. And Alan brought the rest of Let's Planet with him, so Caroline Easter and Murray Costello.
And Caroline's been all over the place.
Yeah.
Everybody knows her from the Chills again because of the documentary.
Yes, exactly.
And then she's got her own solo record that finally came out, and she's with Hobnail.
Yep, she's all over the place.
So she's happening.
Exactly.
Did you see the Chills docu?
Not yet, no.
You need to see that. It's very good.
Looking forward to it.
So the first song that we're going to hear is called Old Love.
Yes.
So can you tell me about that one?
That's about when you have had a relationship with someone and they're still around in your life, and sort of that kind of nothing's quite 100% finished, and it's that sort of, kind of temptation or not, or a little bit of awkwardness, or not knowing where things stand.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's give that a listen, and we'll come back and talk some more.
Okay.
Old love, we've been here before. It was years ago that we closed the door, but now it seems we might be heading for a little bit more. To share some tenderness, shake away this loneliness, or will it be a big mess? I don't know. 'Cause love, it would never go as planned. Neither one of us are type for one night. 'Cause I'm a second-time woman and you're a gumbo man. Gonna watch that playback in my head if I can. Old love, old love. It was good to see you at the cafe last night. And you called a shot, but I didn't give you a ride home. And I hope you didn't think me unkind. But the seats in my car seem too close with you inside. And I'm half hoping I see you with someone new. Put this restlessness to rest when it comes to you. Even though it'll make me blue, I know. And being friends is a blessing, but sometimes it's hard. When hearts have to be on their guard. And lately it's been difficult to disguise. And you look at me with that weariness in your eyes. 'Cause wanting but not wanting, or wanting just a little bit, is a kind of crime that against you I won't commit. Old love, old love,
Alrighty, we're back here with Steph Casey here at the 13th floor, and we have Alan Galloway as well, sitting in, keeping an eye on stuff, making sure we behave ourselves. We just heard Old Love, and you were mentioning that you recorded the album at the Surgery, right? So it was with Lee Preble?
Yes.
So what it is about that place that makes you want to record? Because I hear a lot of stuff about that.
Well, it's great. I recorded the first album at the old premises. Yeah. Was actually the last person to be in that premises.
You were?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He was pulling the place down pretty much. So this album was recorded in the new premises, which is amazing. It's spec built and beautiful.
Right.
But the main draw card was actually Lee himself, because he's such a great person to work with. He's really, really clever. He's got great ears. He's just makes everything easy.
Yeah, because that's usually the case. I mean, the technology changes and the rooms change and all that, but if you don't have the person that's there that kind of understands what it is you're trying to do and how to make it sound, not really worth much, is it?
Exactly, yeah, no, he's brilliant.
And so on the road, what seems to be happening with you guys? Are you playing a lot of dates around the country to promote the
We're
record?
doing 5 dates.
Five dates.
So the first one's next Friday at St Peter's Hall in Pakakakariki.
Right.
And then we're doing the third eye in Wellington, then we're going to Whanganui, and then later in the year we're going to the Muscle Inn in Takaka.
Right.
And in Picton, the cafe in Picton.
And did I see you're also going back to the States to play after that?
Yeah, I'm going to the States in September.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's sort of a holiday, and I'm playing, I've got one show booked, and then I'm just going to see if there's any other opportunities to play. Yeah.
Okay, well, time for another song, and this one has an interesting title, The Tale of Hannah May. So who is this Hannah May that we're talking about?
Well, I wrote this song, and it had this really kind of dark melody.
Right.
And it just lent itself to a murder ballad. So I wrote about this.
It's always good to have a good murder ballad.
Yeah, so Hannah May is the murderess, and it's about, she's in a terrible situation and has no family, so she just decides to end the situation by knocking her husband off.
Ah,
yes.
it's the solution to everything.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's check it out.
Hannah May, dark-eyed and 21, on a cold spring day, married the pastor's son. People thought he'd treat her well, but soon she was caught in a violent hell. Whiskey fumes, blood in her hair, the sounds of strangled screams and ripping clothes as she was dragged upstairs. She was an orphan girl, no family on her side. So ways to kill that man began to fill her mind. Shot him cold with his hunting gun, slipping poison till the deed is done. But don't you do your life in prison, Hannah May. Hannah May, sharp-eyed and 21, on a winter's day, married the coroner's son. And people said he'd treat the poor girl well. She'd lost her husband, they'd her tell, but she'd shot him dead in a hidden homicide. They said he was climbing a fence when the shotgun fired. She did no time, not a single day. Take your secret to the grave, Take your secret to the grave, Hannah Mae. Take your secret to the grave, Hannah Mae.
Okay, we're back here with Steph Casey. We're talking about songs from her new album, The Seats in My Cars. Why have you chosen that title? Since we got you
Well,
here?
I looked at all the titles of the tracks and none of them really resonated with me for an album title, so I went through all the lyrics of all the songs, and my favourite line is The Seats in My Car. It's quite a powerful line from the song Old Love.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What does it kind of mean to
Well,
you?
it just, so the line is, I would have given you a ride home, but the seats in my car seemed too close with you. And so,
I
yeah.
That's great. So you mentioned Alan and a lot of the other musicians are in the band.
Yeah.
I want to say Let's Active, but it's Let's Planet.
Yes.
Let's Active was
I
a
love
band
it.
from
I
Athens,
love-
Georgia.
Yeah, I love Let's Active. Yeah.
And there seems to be, like Caroline, like we said, plays with all sorts of other bands, Hobnail and whatever. So what is the kind of musical scene down there? Is everybody kind of interacting with everybody, and is it kind of one for all and all for one? Or
Yeah, it seems to be that way, doesn't it? Lots of people are playing lots of different bands, and
Most people are in about 5 different bands.
yeah.
Except for me. I'm loyal.
So when you play out, is the cafe scene kind of people sit in with each other and?
A little bit. Yeah, I think so. The gigs that I do are kind of cafes and restaurants where you don't want to annoy the owner, so
Right.
you don't want to bring in some unknown that they've never seen before, and which would be awesome, but they don't know that. So
Yeah, that's always a problem. Well, it's an interesting thing I've heard that before, where when you're playing in places and the artist doesn't want to annoy the owner.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that like a typical thing that you guys worry about when you're?
I think so, because you're getting paid, so you might not get paid next time if you do something random.
Right. I have the same problem here because we have the French Cafe directly downstairs.
Yeah.
So I don't want to annoy them either
Yeah,
because they'll
right.
throw me out.
Oh,
so
right, yeah.
we're constantly, kind of trying to balance it all out, not make too much noise and do the things that we want to do here. So
Yeah.
I understand. Alrighty, we got another song, one last one called Hold On, which is also on the album. So what are you going
Yeah.
to tell me about that?
So Hold On is about a long distance relationship, very long distance, so 9,000 miles.
9,000.
So one person's, they're both sort of struggling with being apart, and one person decides to make the move and cross the date line
Uh-huh.
and go and join them.
The
Yeah.
date line, I like
Yeah.
it. Double entendre there. Fantastic. Well, thank you guys for coming up and playing and singing and
Oh,
talking to
thanks
me.
so much for having us.
And hopefully the album will do well, and it won't be 6 years until the next one. Have you written any more since then?
I haven't, no. So
you better get to it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
All righty. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
I'll be there in the springtime before the summer storms rage. After a couple more seasons, leave a 0 on your age. After 3 days on airplanes, I'll probably look like hell. But from what I've been hearing, I guess you will as well. Did she lead you on and leave you? Did another never show? Did she hurt your feelings when all you had was hope? Feels like we're both been to end time. Hold on, baby. crossing that deadline. You know, back then we thought it made sense to try to leave our love behind. But 9,000 miles in 7 months don't work. So what do you say we give up trying? Let's put the world to rights just talking. Let me cradle your sweet head. Let's forget about our troubles. Let me warm your bed. Let me love you till you're crazy. Oh, I tangle, tied and spent. Hold on, baby. Don't give up yet. Hold on, baby. Feels like we've both been to end time. Oh, hold on, baby. I'll be crossing that deadline. Hold on, baby. Feels like we've both been to end time.